Hey everybody, it's Greg from Vancouver, Washington. Just a quick kitchen remodel, some ideas. I've already wallpapered, as you can see, in kind of a log cabin theme. A couple of things that I didn't like about the Rpod 180, and I have a 2019 Hood River edition, was first of all, when I was at the sink and I needed to put my dish rack somewhere, and this is my dish rack with the tray, and then you put your rack on top. When there was the full faucet here, there was really nowhere I could put this up here where the drain could drain into the sink. So I replaced the faucet with this single handle waterfall faucet, which I like a lot better. Put a sinkhole cover in the hole that was here, and then look, my dish rack fits there perfectly. So I really like this setup better. Drill the second hole over here in the corner, as you can see, and this is for a soap dispenser. So that got the soap off the counter too. Okay, so then the other thing that I didn't like about the Rpod 180, this is my silicone mat. And I put it back here. Sometimes I put it on the table over there. But when you are cooking here, as you can see, you lose all that counter space back there. And I never like that. So one of the thoughts I had was, well, I wonder if I could take this glass top off and then make a cutting board surface, which I can fully remove and it won't create this barrier back here. I can leave the silicone pad back here, so if I got a hot pan or a hot pot that I'm just taking off the stove, I can just put it right back here on the hot pot, right? Or on the silicone pad. Got my pliers. All right, after you loosen these up, it's just a hand unscrewing deal. This is obviously the template we're going to use to cut the cutting board. Okay, so I'm looking at this, and there's two little rivets that are holding these hinge brackets in that used to hold the glass on. And I'm thinking I have tried every hex wrench known to mankind to fit in there. These are not hex bolts, so they must be secured from the other side. So I think I'm going to have to take the stove out to get these hinge brackets off. So that's what I'm going to do next. Now I can see the back.
Okay, well, getting that stove frame off was key so that I could access the back of these hinge brackets. And as it turns out, I sat for probably an hour staring at them, wondering how I was going to get them off. I didn't want to pry them too hard because I didn't want to bend the frame out of shape. I didn't want to mess up the front of the frame, you know, a part that you could see and make it cosmetically look bad. And I was racking my brain and I thought, you know, I wonder if I could just pry these bracket frames up a little bit with a screwdriver and then use my multi-saw, my multi-tool, to just basically saw the little rivet out of there, because those are not bolts, those are not nuts and bolts, those are rivets. And that happened to work. As you can see, I was pretty excited. Next step, Draw the template using the glass cover on the piece of wood that you've chosen. This piece of wood cost me all of $1 at the Habitat for Humanity Restore. I spent the morning today jigsawing and sanding. After the cutout was made, it was 4 rounds of sandpaper. So starting with 80, then I went to 100, then 150, then 220. I only had to do that on one side though because I am doing Formica on the other side of the cutting board. So this isn't a video about how to do Formica. This is just showing you that I put Formica on one side. You could probably go to YouTube, find some videos on how to put Formica on. It's just like some contact cement, old piece of Formica that I had left over, and a router. And it's pretty easy, pretty straightforward. Formica on one side, butcher block cutting board on the other. You can go to Lowe's and get some of this butcher block conditioner, and that's what I did. And 3 coats of this, 20 minutes between each coat, and it's good as new.
This is probably the cheapest kitchen remodel that I've ever done. Easy wallpaper, change the valance, and change the faucet. But let me walk you through really quick how everything works now and why I love it so much. Everything turned out exactly how I liked it. So, first of all, of course, we've got a bungee cord here. And the bungee cord is because when you're driving down the road, you want this stuff popping out because it's not attached anymore. So anyways, I put a bungee cord in just to hold it down. But let me show you how everything turned out. So this is the sink cover. I had some extra Formica, and so I just went ahead and covered this so it matches. So now I'm styling. Okay, sink cover goes here. When I am needing the sink, I get the dish pan out, and then the dish rack goes there, and it drains right through this hole right into the sink. So when the original faucet was here, as you know, there's just no space here. You can't put this here. But now there's space because I got a single handle faucet. And I love the waterfall faucet. Okay. The stove cover now is Formica on one side, cutting board on the other, because sometimes it's not about just cooking. It is about, I just need a place to put my laptop, I need a place to put my iPad or my phone or something, and so I have a nice Formica surface here. And the thing I like about this is it's not glass, and so I don't have to worry about dropping stuff on it anymore, because this is just, right, it's not going to break. If I just am not cooking and I just need to chop up something, like maybe I'm making a sandwich or chopping up some vegetables for a salad or something, I can just turn it over and I got my brand new cutting board. And I love this because then I can just sweep stuff right into the sink if I need to, and this is going to work really well. Now if it is about cooking, I just take the whole thing off and I slide this back here, and I will show you what I put back there because I just wanted to get that cover out of the way. Alright, see that? So I just put in a bungee cord back there, right there, and I just slide that in right there, and it holds it, and while I'm cooking, it's out of the way. So, and while I am cooking, now what I love, no more glass shield. Yay! So pancake batter right into the pan, vegetables for stir fry, whatever, right into the pan. I don't have this glass shield here, and I can actually use this counter space. Also, from the stove to the counter space back there, got something hot here. I need to take it off the burner, put it right there on the silicone mat. No more glass shield. It's revolutionized my kitchen. And so I'm so excited about this. I cannot wait to create my first meal in this new kitchen. And hey, thanks for watching. So we'll see you guys on the road. Hope you guys are doing well. Bye.